Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect, where in the previous episode we continued on with seeing a lot of deaths in the Supermax area, which is sort of standard procedure these days, although it's something that I really don't like, but I don't know what I can do to fix it, when you can see that there is just, extremely deadly prisoners around here. Either way, we have seen all of that. We continue on with building, although there wasn't a great deal. We did manage to build a couple of things, increasing the gymnasium and common room and yard and such, and also start construction on this, which will be the workshop. In this episode, we want to hopefully build said workshop, at least get people training in there and hopefully passing that, which means license plates, which means more money, which means all of that sort of thing. Also, I've just realised that we probably need some exports. So what I'm going to do is place some exports, just a row of exports there, and it means that basically any license plates can go there. And that is a prisoner that's been released, which, I don't know if you can see that. This prisoner's been released, so they're going to take a helicopter ride out, which is probably really cool for them. But also, they're holding on to a dog lead, so they've got some contraband on them. Still have issues, I think, with the boats, although nowhere near like before. Morale is 70% for the staff, and we do have some people, as I said, just getting stuck or not really wanting to. When they go from one side to the other, they just get, they're a bit inconsistent. They get to one side and think, you know what, I don't want to be here, and then, or they might have forgotten while they were transferring over. I have no idea. Anyway, so as I said, continuing on with construction, we do have 9 medium security prisoners because we turned off the requirement to pass a program for the high risk, so that's good. And we can also review the transfers, and we have a prisoner Griffin here, so that is good. We still have the option to do that on the Supermax, but I'm not convinced it's a good idea. I think we'll still keep it as it is. We also now have John Osborne that's on 9%. We have been going through this execution process fairly regularly. It just seems to be something that we are doing on a regular basis. It's not something that we really like to do all the time, but we have the facility there. And if these witnesses are going to be, I was going to say, if they're over on the left hand side, I'm just going to cancel it. Quite frankly, the waiting for them to go from the left up to here is something I really didn't want to do. We have done super risk, supermax, and high risk and death row facilities previously, especially when this was first released, but I really can't think of a time in, well, recently anyway, with other builds that we've gone through this many processes of executions and such. It's just something we haven't really done, but that's because this island is, well, it's not massive, but we've got a huge spectrum. We've got pretty much all of the expansion stuff and DLC, apart from the psych ward stuff. We started off with high risk, with very few amenities, went over to Supermax with even less but more security, then over to the right for the death row, then obviously now to the left, which is low and medium risk with a lot of amenities. So it's all using the island bound and the cleared for transfer, as well as obviously all of the extra things that we've seen since doors were introduced. Basically, we're using, I think, pretty much everything that we can. Obviously, going through all the programs and all the different staffing and all of that. Anyway, where are we at? The witnesses are just taking the ferry across there, which obviously they will now, for some reason, jump straight into the water and across that way, because reasons. And we'll then obviously have to escort the prisoner to execution. I'm happy to say that none of these have been found innocent after the fact. Not that we ourselves would receive any negative penalty for that, because the likelihood of clemency, it's 10%. That's the state mandated safe level, I think, or rather state determined safe level. So John Osborne, prisoner number 41666, ironically 193, sentenced to 76 years for multiple crimes including murder, aggravated assault and rape. Plead guilty across the board there. Likelihood of clemency 9%. Authorise execution. And dismiss all the staff and witnesses. And there it is. We'll check out the final report. And there you go. mandated execution of John Osborne carried out at 4:19 is scheduled by electric chair in the presence of witnesses. 10 grand. Okay, so it looks like this facility over here has now been built. We will go to the demolish walls, demolish that little section there. Over to build walls, rusty wall will stay in there, rusty wall will go in there, and then we will max speed that out. And we want to probably... Do I want to build it now? Yeah, go on. I'll put the door on. So it's a large jail door on there. And it is technically a metal detector either side, but I'll wait for the rest of it to be completed. And I guess metal detector. Hang on. Metal detector. 2 there. And we need 1 more there, but I'm just waiting for them to come along. And then we'll put the flooring in. Although that actually doesn't show as... Yeah, that's actually not foundation, even though I think we built... Ah, no, I didn't build across there, so that wouldn't be foundation. I can't fix that. You can't, like, place that foundation down, I don't think. Oh, no, wall rusty can go there, so I can place the foundation, which I think we can also do there as well, because I think that's where we had a bit of an issue. That seems to be a fire, or subsidence, is it? Bit of subsidence there we've received, and you can see the deliveries has been removed, and all of this walkway along there. So let's go ahead and check that out. So walls and wall rusty, we will cross that there. Luckily this is all external really. So, I mean, this is a bit that's a bit internal there, but it's not a big problem. Doesn't really need to differentiate. And there we go. And deliveries. Just going to double check. Yeah, that's all fine. Okay. So there's some high-risk prisoners who they're not able to be escorted to the cells. Let's have a quick check. Let's see why. So deployment's all fine. Maximum security is 85, maximum capacity is 84, so we'll have had, yeah, this prisoner here, they'll have had their sentence reduced. And the death row appeal has been processed. Okay, that's to be expected. Let me set those up. And that means then we need to see if we have anyone that we can transfer over. Activate Dan. And we'll see if anyone can. Anyone has been targeted. There was some unknown traits somewhere, but nothing great. Okay, so John, you're now Supermax because you're extremely deadly, extremely quick, and it's all that sort of thing. So of all the people to be transferred over, you're probably the one to do it, and then we'll deactivate. Yeah, deactivate them. And that should be right. 2 prisoners unable to be assigned to a cell. Now 3 unable to be assigned to a cell. Why? Maximum security is 84. Maximum capacity 84. Maximum supermax is 28 and we have 26. So I have no idea why we cannot transfer them over. Maybe I was going to say maybe tunnels would have removed some of the flooring, but that wouldn't work out either. So I don't actually know. Deployment's all set up. This is insecure. Staff only. There we go. That's now set. 3 prisoners unable to be assigned to cell. Can't see them. So I don't know where. Is it to do with grading? It's possible. Let's have a quick check then. Where would it be? Policy. Turn off cell quality ratings. Now it's saying 1. Could be because of that. Cell quality high. See, I'm not using cell quality ratings. That hasn't altered the max security sector grade. But you see the gradings there are a certain 1. but they're all minimum. They're all, see, that's, opponent is entitled to grade 3, but they're all grade 10. So if I turn that on, is it going to break again? Let's see. Turn it on. No, I don't think it was that. I don't know what it is. No transfers. No transfers. And there you go. One prisoner ready to transfer to max sec. Really? Really? Axel Main, age 50, prisoner number 388499911. No reputation. Reoffending chance is really low. Reform program history, nothing. Okay. Because programs passed has to be 1. And that's to go from Supermax down over. He's never passed a program. So, is that the right one? It can't be the right one. I must be making a mistake. Main. There it is. They're ready to transfer. I could approve it. I don't understand. I do not understand. Allow transfer from Supermax to Max Sec. He is Supermax, and he is allowed to transfer. 1 prisoner qualifies. Programs passed. Criteria value is 1. If I put it to, say, 3... or 2, it doesn't... I mean, I can put it to 7. But apparently, the person has done no programs, reform program history, nothing, is qualified to transfer. I put my hands up and say, I do not know. I'm not going to fuss about it too much because we'll be here all day. Right, let's continue on. If you let me know. If you know, then, pfft, yeah, smarter person than me. Not that it takes much. Okay, so we're still having this problem with a prisoner unable to be transferred or assigned to a cell, but I can't see where this prisoner is. Normally they would be hanging around deliveries or something like that. But I'm not seeing them anywhere. No. Okay. That's is what it is. So over to this side then, we'll go for utilities, electrical cable. The electrical cable will run and connect up this metal detector. And we need to think about the workshop. So let's go over to this one and workshop. Workshop will be placed in the back there, and then this section here as well, followed by that little bit. And then what I want to do is have it set up so we have... Well, I'm going to plan it first before we build it, but let's just, while we're at it, go for door servos. Door servos can go, obviously, on all of those, and then we will connect it up when they are there. So each one of these, we will want to have, obviously, objects in there. So we can go for... Well, let's see. Sadly, the bug with deleting stuff still in. You have to close the planning and then open it back up. So if we have a row of tables down there, that would be 14. So it wouldn't fit in. So we'd have to have... I mean, we could go all the way across and have bins either side. And... we can have tables there. So that could be tables either side. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... And then 1, 2, 3. No, wouldn't work. Okay. That distance would not function. So if we had it there, we'd have this bit in the centre. That is possible. I'm actually going to use walls because at least it doesn't glitch out. So there's our tables there, tables and bins, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of just say, each one of these, for example, could be, all those could be saws, these would be presses, same on this one, and then carpentry table and a carpentry table, and similar on the other side. That seems about right. Let's go ahead and do it. So, table, will go across there, which now fits in. On here, which fits in. A bin. Hang on. 1, 2. And a workshop saw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Followed by press. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then where's this death occurred? That is Connie went. Killed by armed guard with a shotgun. Looks like the capacity is all fine now. So yeah. Oh, good grief. You can see it doesn't take much. As soon as one of these prisoners kicks off, yeah, there's, I'll say a little restraint, but, you know, they're all unconscious. No one else is being hurt, so, There's a metric there to look at. Need to open that door for them to be healed. There's Matt Morgan. Extremely tough. Sorry, tough, extremely volatile, quick, and confidential informant. So that's fine. Still don't know how that transfer is legitimate. 29% of our maximum security are motivated to qualify, motivated to move over to here, which you would understand. Well, makes perfect sense, I guess. Just going to double check, although I think it is. Yeah, the phone tap is now in. I'm thinking of adding some more phones, actually, because obviously we have more people here, so a couple more phones there, either side. That should do the job. It's the only place we have phones anywhere. We don't have them there. The mayor's calling, and visitation can now be reopened, so that's good. Very happy about that. Let's go for visitation. Place it in the bottom left there, and just the bottom of the central island, and that is now all legitimate, and hopefully we'll have obviously some visitation there as well. Looks like this person, are they using the running track or are they just wandering around? Can't really decide. The gym's in, and it seems that they are actually wanting to use the boxing ring, and they are using the boxing ring. That's cool. So that's prisoner Chase Gaddis, age 41, who's currently fighting, so they may actually gain some of the traits there. We'll have to see how we get on with that one. So the workshop, as you can see, is getting, well, we've ordered it, and I'm waiting for them to place in the door servos, just so we'll get better access to that. So 1, 2, 3, which is now added, so they can get more ready access to all of this. And the workshop itself will need to connect up to the power grid. Now the problem at the moment is that we have one power grid to power all of this island. The plan was to have two, one for the workshops and one for the rest of it. We don't have the money in order to do the rest of it, so we'll have to pare some of those things down. So first things first, I want to turn off guard taser certification. We've still got 9 in the queue, so we're not going to do that. Spiritual guidance is working. Death row appeals on. We do have pharmacological treatment to drug addiction there, and wow, we're on mega minuses. That's not good. If we stay in the negative too long, it is a failure state, and we have got that turned on. Not too sure what the solution would be, other than just to take a loan out, which is obviously slightly. It's just not even. It's a temporary solution at best that just ends up making things worse. Behavioural therapy we are running. I'm going to. Let's have a quick check. Yeah, I'm going to stop those. Alcoholics group. It says there's none in the queue, but then again, we've got all these people assigned to it. Only 3 passed. Might as well stop that. Guard taser, same thing. Spiritual guidance, definitely going to keep that running, even though it says 7 in the queue, and 280 passed, 13% pass rate. 2,057 have finished it. So there must be reoccurring. Yeah. Yes, repeatable. Does say repeatable. And easy to do. Apparently not easy to do. Okay, fair enough. Right, that will increase our daily cash flow, so hopefully won't have a big issue there. Let's do a shakedown. All sectors. We haven't done a shakedown in all sectors for quite some time. 10 prisoners are now past the foundation education course, which I'm fairly happy about, which means, hopefully, if we look down here... No, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I was going to say, maybe one of them's going to do the general education qualification. Apparently not. That's a shame. I was very much hoping that someone would want to do that, and then we could get that reform through education initiative completed. Alas, it was not meant to be. Right, all those needs are sorted. Staff needs are okay. Currently, weather is season summer, and current weather is sunny, 5 degrees. We are coming close to 20 hours played on this facility. So I don't know if it is the longest one we've played on, but it certainly feels like it. And there's a prisoner died there. They've probably died being stuck on the ferry. Because these guys are stuck. I think. Could be. That could have been what's happened there. They've been wanting to transfer from one place to another or something, and they've just got stuck. Yeah, I'm just checking these, and they seem to be working alright. Rest of the ferries. Okay. I'm going to keep the shakedown going. In terms of the shakedown, in the entire facility so far, 1 shank found, 2 bottles of booze, bottle of poison, 6 cell phones, 1 drugs, a drill, electric kind, and 2 sedative syringes. And then we have more fighting from James Blake here. And Sean Mitchell once again. And, oh, we have people escaping. And that is actually, looking at it, because they've got a set of keys, something that they might accomplish. Because they're going to get there and they're going to start to swim. I can't really do a lockdown because they've got keys anyway and they've just damaged it. They've just smashed through. And they are taking out the guards. Not that guard though. Alright. Guard response off, shakedown off. We've managed to stop them getting out. I was going to say, is that going to be our first escape? Thankfully it wasn't. But it could have very easily been the first escape. Alright. There's visitation there. You see them land on that helipad and now we're going to go across in this ferry. I know there's been suggestions to add more ferries, but I think that would just compound the issue. So, not too keen on that. But anyway. Just checking if any of these are stuck. No, they're just on break and they're going across. Would like to hire some more staff, specifically another dog handler and at least another 5 guards. And there we go. No prisoner cells free. Maximum capacity 84, maximum safe capacity is 84. So we have maximum security prisoners 84 and the capacity is 84. So is there a cell that is not set correctly? They seem to be all set correctly. There should be a foundation. I'm going to put the foundation there. All rusty. Don't think I need to. Can't. Nah, it's money. Don't have the money to try it anyway. I don't know why. Could it be remove tunnels? Not seeing any tunnels. No tunnels. No tunnels. No tunnels. I can't really transfer that person there anyway. And that's leaking a little bit, isn't it? Should probably fix that. But the workers are obviously far too busy to be doing that. At least over on the medium and low risk island, we've got pretty much nothing dangerous going on. It's all working pretty much as we would have expected, which is good to see. Looks like the prisoners have got their maximum security is 83 and the capacity is 84 now, so that's sorted itself. Let me just double check the foundation then. More rusty. It is those sections there, I believe. That's a lot of stuff in that area, isn't it? Let me just put that flooring back in. So we've got rolls of turf, guard pavilions, loads of boxes of stepping stones, pallets and such. All just lying around. Fair enough. Okay. Can't hire any more guards. Cash flow is fairly poor, but at least it is there. We've got... What's that? Fighting somewhere? I didn't see where. See if any of these prisoners here want to join. Actually, it's easier just to go to informants, and then you go, yeah, potential CI. And then you just recruit the informant. There you go. Ah, Paul Franz, death row appeal. He actually went through that. So that person, I think, now that we've seen that, you can be Supermax. It makes more sense if they were on death row to go to Supermax rather than high risk. And we'll see how that goes. There is our delivery of laundry, which is good to see. At least that's all functioning as we would have expected. In terms of our prisoners, intake is open for legendary, death row, which is going to be 1, and also for a couple of max sec there. So let's see where the delivery occurs. We should get one on the helipad actually. So we've set it up for death row. There is our inmate, John Woods, prisoner number 463-38948. Sentenced to multiple crimes, including murder, aggravated assault, and armed robbery. No reputation that we know of, and there you are. That's a hearse boat that turned up and then went for reasons. Ed Donnelly there just turned up. I'm sure we've seen an Ed Donnelly in previous incarnations. They've got tough and the other person's got nothing. Okay, the chief wants a chat. According to some of our guards, a new radio host in the station prisons, this too has been saying a lot of things that are riling the inmates up. It might be worth removing the radios for some of the time, unless you want to start taking seriously what he's saying. So the only radios we have, I believe, is these 2 radios here. I'm just going to leave them. It shouldn't, those 2 radios, fingers crossed, shouldn't cause us any huge problems. I know this room over here we've sort of left to do not much with, but we'll have to maybe alter that. And wow, the reform sessions are absolutely killing us when it comes to the cash. I don't know what else I can alter. Death row appeal doesn't cost anything. Parole hearing doesn't cost anything. Guard taser will turn off. The foundation education program is the one that obviously is costing us 600 a day. And there's some tasers just being handed out. And we're receiving 2,000 a day. And just the intake's not enough. We need a couple of people to finish the parole hearing. But we have got 3 in the queue, so hopefully that will work. We'll have to see how we get on there. Visitation is now functioning. And that's pretty good. I'm guessing the needs of these prisoners are being met now. They are working in the mailroom and in the shop. I wonder if the mail will then get delivered to these prisoners or just to here. We have got in our policy, mail can be delivered to all prisoners apart from death row. So even though we're sorting the mail over there, it may be then picked up by other people and delivered elsewhere. It's a possibility. I don't know if that is happening, but there you are. I'm going to go over to our programs and to workshop safety induction. 8 interested will start that. Edit the schedule, not reschedule it, and we'll see that. Where is it? Workshop custom. It's currently set to be around there. I'm going to put it after, and the reason for that is the foundation education program conflicts with that, and I'd want the prisoners to run both basically. And we are smelling a potential tunnel there. I'm not thinking that's legitimate. Looks like we have a seriously injured prisoner here, Paul Welsh, currently fighting here, and also fighting over this area as well. Extremely quick and strong. I don't know why they're fighting. The guards are coming to deal with this, so I'm not going to initiate any guard response because they are coming past. A couple of prisoners have tried to escape, and then prisoners unable to be assigned to a cell again. I'm guessing maybe it's because the cell's not legitimate. It's possible. There's a mobile phone being detected. 7 days, mobile phone. It was thrown. Okay. It's been thrown into there, even though it is further out then I think it's over 10. It may be because that's no access rather than staff only. That's possible. The way to fix it, potentially, because we haven't had anything thrown in before, is to place a door there, but I don't have the funds. Okay, I'm going to go over to grants and increase that bank loan, because not being able to place a door, I mean, that's the final straw, isn't it, really? And we'll place that door in there, and once that's in, I can set that to staff only, and hopefully it'll work. It's just a bit of a coincidence that we've had nothing thrown over previously, when there we have. At least we've seen people use the gymnasium. Looks like all of this is working. Actually, we can probably double check now our grading. So our original sec, which is maximum security, is at grading 111, so 111 out of 250. The supermax grading is half that, at 65 out of 250. And then the medium sec is at 182. So the way to increase it would be to increase the cell quality, because it's currently cell quality low. I did say I want to do that eventually anyway. And increase the amount of sleep they have. We could do that. Minsec is actually less because we haven't got any cells, but it will probably be... It'll probably be about the same. The reason to have both is that as soon as we have both, we can then perhaps make it either a bit better for the low risk, or maybe sort of retrofit it and make it slightly worse than it currently is for the medium, but we'll have to cross that bridge if and when we can't work. I'm going to prioritise the building of that there, and then obviously we can then set that now, because that's got access to staff only, which it's now all set anyway. So there you are. Over to here then, and I want to build a utilities power station, and we're going to place the power station in the corner, followed by the capacitors, which will go around the outside, and then we need to retrofit this entire thing. So I'm going to run a power cable down. No, I'm not, because I'm out of cash. So there's 20 grand spent pretty much instantly, so that's a thing. Yeah, we need to run that down and connect all these up, and then remove this other one from the grid. There's power station capacitor. We've just been reimbursed. Okay, good. That's a thing that works, and we will move on. Just don't mention it. Okay, so I'll connect all these up, and then what we want to do is remove the connection, I think, around there. No, this should be all fine. That's fine. We want to remove that connection and that connection, put these on that grid. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So I'll wait until the rest's in. There's no point in messing around with it now, especially when it's current eat time. I don't want to be shutting anything off. To be fair, this could probably run anywhere without power. I've seen that happen anywhere. But hang on there. Look, power station 1 and capacitor 4. So we've got one. It's give us one for free. I didn't order 2, so I don't know what's happened. There's a death over here. Volatile prisoner and a guard. Just waiting for this to be built. There's the power station and capacitors in. Now sorted. Just these two to be added. What I'll do then is dismantle the utilities across there, and dismantle those utilities. Connect that up, and then connect that up. And then all of this, the original Benjamin Edwards there, killed by Amgar with shotgun for kicking off, I'm guessing. All of the original stuff will be on the new grid, and the older grid will be powering all of the workshops. And hopefully they'll do that sooner rather than later, because obviously all the power is making these doors not function. And apparently that's not surrounded by walls and doors. Interesting. Maybe it's just this little section here. Yeah, it was just that. Okay, now that it's in, it's pretty much okay. And that's offline. And they're trying to actually go and place the things that'll fix this. But there's no guards freely available to open the door, to get that two little There are 2 bits there. As soon as that's done, it'll all function. And nope, they've only placed the 1. Picking up that electrical cable, and that should be the rest powered on. I'm hoping we have the capacity. With all those capacitors, surely we do. But then again... Oh, I removed more than I thought. Also, I've just realised... Radiator, we don't have any in here. I'll place a radiator in the middle, right next to that. Ideally it would be in the corners and such, but it is what it is. We're not going to have any big problem. Oh, it actually is already connected to the to the heating anyway. And there's Gareth Page here. Fearless. Been fighting there. Bit of fighting. And there's the rest of that powered up. That's now on. And that's running a little bit hot. But nothing that a couple more capacitors can't solve. And there we are. Okay, I think we are going to leave it there. We have the workshop technically up and running, although nowhere near complete. We do have a problem with daily cash flow, but hopefully with extra intake we can sort that out. And I'm hoping that we can go through, get this education initiative finished, although that requires someone to want to do the general education course, and obviously then do the license plate stuff. And yeah, overall just progress on. We are coming closer towards the end of the series than the beginning. That should be quite obvious. In terms of building, we need these workshops to be complete, followed by the low risk. Once we've done that, we could then spend a lot of time worrying about transfers and moving people around, but quite frankly I think we've got the idea, so we'll see how far we get with that one. Overall though, happy with progress so far despite some of the issues there. There's another prisoner that is okay to transfer, so we will approve those. And there we are. Lots of transfers. Well, not a huge amount, but a good amount of transfers. Obviously, 22 prisoners wanting to transfer too. Overall, then, quite happy with how we're getting on. Next episode, as I said, we will crack on. And there's 3 prisoners qualifying for transfer to max sec. I don't know how, because the policy states on transfer, Supermax. Determine the criteria for Supermax prisoners to meet to be transferred to maximum. Hang on. Yeah. So Supermax. Use the options below to determine the criteria for Supermax prisoners. Yes. To be transferred to maximum security. Programs passed has to be 1 criteria value. Qualifying prisoners 1. But 3 prisoners can qualify for the transfer. I don't know. We'll leave it there. Right, cool. So, next episode, as I said, we'll crack on with the workshops and then maybe even on the rest of these cells because we are getting close to capacity. In fact, have I just exceeded capacity? No, but we're getting close to it. So, probably building more of these. Either way, I hope you have enjoyed the episode and the series thus far. Comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care and generic partings.